Hey, all you assholes, come and listen to us. It's the Keith and the Girl Show.
Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley. Of course, we had on our buddy Soren. Is on today. Here, let me tell you what happened. Okay. We had on Jollis from Soren and Jollis just the other day. Now, things got very, very serious very, very fast.
Very fast.
So, goodbye, Jollis. We have to talk with Soren. Tracy Soren, how you doing?
You know what? I'll say I've been better. As just like a woman and a human. I've been better than today. Feels like I woke up in some alternate universe. How are you?
Well, I'll tell you what. We're recording live now from Canada, and I'm feeling kind of alone. A couple of you are liars. I don't see you up here, right?
It's very true.
We just had on, who was here the other day? Joanna Hausman was telling about how America could be the next Venezuela. Nobody was listening.
Nobody. She's been saying that. She's the best. And she's been saying that. She's like screaming it for so long. And here we are.
Right. Britain says, you know what? Brexit is the stupidest, most self-destructive act a country could undertake. And America said, yeah, hold my drink.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened.
So we'll get all to it. Let me tell you this. Let me try to start with some good news. Vistaprint, you know our buddies that make the business cards, they're giving you a deal on holiday cards. They're trying to cheer you up. You can get 50 holiday cards for as low as $21.99. This is the company that makes sure you're 100% satisfied with everything. It's easy to customize your own cards. It's easy to use their templates also, but create it yourself. You don't have to be an artist. It's a special deal. 50% off holiday cards when you use the code KATG50. 50% off. Share them with your family, friends, all quantities, sizes, styles, and stocks. 50% off. They have it all. They do the envelopes if you want. Satisfaction guaranteed. So here's what you do. Take a look. Visit Vistaprint.com. My wife, in fact, just went there. Got us holiday cards. First year we're doing them because of this deal. Create and design your custom holiday cards. Enter code KATG50 at checkout. That's KATG50, 50. Your savings will be applied automatically. It's that easy. Go to Vistaprint.com and get your holiday shopping done today. Next thing you know, it's going to be Christmas. Now, let me tell you today's guest, who it's a burden, right, to be the guest today.
It is. Sorry.
But she knows it's her job to cheer you up and give you a reason to live.
I'm ready.
This is Aileen Clark. Hello, Aileen.
Hello.
How you doing today?
I'm breathing deeply.
This is the one time New Yorkers aren't going, how you doing? In passing.
Yeah, like it's just like genuine, like, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Right.
How are you today?
Joanna Hausman was on Univision's Flama, and so is Aileen.
I am. I'm there a lot.
She wrote and starred in the one-person show, How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Lost My Virginity.
I did.
We'll get to that. Dog Walker to the Stars.
You know it, baby.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that how you make most of your money?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Yeah.
And you stay at people's houses?
Sometimes it's very fluid. It's like, I work at 9 to 5, walk my dog in the middle of the day, or I'm gonna go away for a month. Please stay at my house with my cat, and I'll say okay.
Are you booked up in December? Is Christmas a big month?
Christmas is, Thanksgiving, Easter's big, the summer, literally just any time of the year.
As a dog owner, it's always just like, this Tuesday I can't. Can you please? Eileen is my dog walker, and she's the best dog walker in the entire universe.
Thank you.
Did the dogs come back happy?
I believe so. I mean, it's honestly one of the best things ever because you don't have to deal with people talking with people, period.
They're gone. That's
they
the
are
point.
Not around. And you always arrive at a home to somebody who is so excited to see you.
Exactly.
And there's genuine love every single moment that you enter a house where a dog is there. Cats every now and then.
Yeah, exactly.
You ever have a dog like hide under a bed because they don't, you're new to them?
No, because I make sure and I meet them first, and them and their parent, and so that they can know that I'm not an insane human and that I can like enter their home without spray painting the word penis on the wall or whatever.
It is funny because you got to test the person out, but it'd be hard to blow it, wouldn't it?
I mean, like I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna be smiley, and I'm gonna say, "Hello,
true.
please trust me."
It's true.
Yeah.
She comes in. She got on the floor with Gia.
You gotta go all the way down.
She always sends pictures and videos, which is really nice. And I have a board, and she like writes little things on it. It really does, because you get, especially when I first got my dog, I got really nervous, and it's really scary. So she's really the best.
I mean,
everyone.
And it's good for me too. Like I don't have many issues during the day. I'm outside most of my days, which means I get weather. Sun mostly, snow, rain, all of it.
Eileen's the warmest person, I think. One of the warmest people.
Girl,
but
that's so
like,
nice.
She also is like getting this love and giving this love, getting this love and giving this love.
Which I think is a great part of being a dog walker, is that it's just a constant like cycle of just warmth and happiness.
Well, good, because we're going to need this today.
Yeah, we are need it. We need it.
If we ever do a show ahead of time, meaning kind of like banking a show. Yesterday we did 2 shows the same day. And we do this because while Henda's gone, I want to take advantage of the co-host's time.
Sure.
And I always said what makes it, and it's a stupid way of thinking, the audience is going to understand, but I always think, we do a show ahead of time, it's scheduled to go up, and there happened to be a second 9/11. I'm like, what a bummer of a day, guys. I left the milk at the store, and I know I paid for it. And they're like, what
trivial.
What an asshole. But that's what happened. We have a second 9/11, if you ask me. And I'm like, hey guys, let's focus on Mel Gibson. I want you to remember what a piece of shit he was.
Exactly.
Let's listen to those tapes again. So I hope it didn't throw anybody. We started the show going, that's crazy that that happened last night, isn't it?
Yeah,
well,
it's
anyway,
literally a nightmare.
But yeah, it is crazy. Donald Trump won 29 states, and of course, he's going to be the next president.
Oh, I feel sick.
The great Ann Coulter tweeted out, 1928 was the last time Republicans had the White House, the House, and the Senate. But yeah, keep that in mind, that the Great Depression was October of 1929.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, good job.
We're usually, we're all comedic people, right? That's why we're here. And I'm stumbling over my words.
Oh my God.
I'm just like, I can't. It's like I woke up and I honestly felt like I was in a cartoon, like not a comic book,
right,
where everything was gray.
Yeah.
And I was like, where's Supergirl?
Have you ever read Mouse?
I've seen okay.
First of all,
college was reading it.
You should. Just because it's about the Holocaust and Hitler and everything, but Mouse is
with cute mice.
Oh yeah, they're cute. I mean, they're cute. Oh my God! But everything is when he draws when it's basically in black and white, and it's just mice are the Jews, and cats are the Nazis, and it's just a beautiful graphic novel. Yeah, but it will rip you to shreds.
Oh yeah, I said last night, I was like, we weren't playing when we said this was like 1930s Germany. Like who's forget? Like all I've been told my whole life is like never forget, and now I'm like, guess what? I think we forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I did. I was up all night last night up to Trump's speech, and then I woke up this morning. I'm like, oh fuck, it really did happen.
Yeah. It feels like I feel like I genuinely feel like I'm in a different world, and I also feel like someone died. I feel like I'm mourning something.
And it happens to be pouring rain.
Yes, it's very gray and gloomy outside. And like the subways today, I was going over to go walk a dog, and I'm from California, and I'm very hippie dippy, hey guys, I'm so happy. But there's a feeling when you get on the New York subway where you're like, okay, this is a New York subway. And today was very different. It was just the energy and it was this haze that was just like, ugh.
We're like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, it was a weight that it was palpable.
In all fairness, though, everybody's hungover.
I mean, probably that too literally doesn't help.
Everyone's just sitting there going, and how do I live?
Yes.
Like, how am I gonna live? Especially in New York, where everyone's so diverse and we're all have something that he stood for that he hated.
Yeah.
The majority of us just have one thing or a plethora of things where he hates. We're like, how do we live? How do I get health insurance? How do I have my partner? How do I do X, Y, and Z?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that the polls were so wrong.
So wrong.
Means, to me, that people were lying. They were embarrassed they were going to vote for Trump, so they lied. 100%. Why are you embarrassed about what you believed in?
Yeah.
Because they know it's wrong.
Because you know it's wrong.
They know it's wrong. They go, oh, well, yeah, you know what? It's sort of like everyone's racist. Every single person has racism. They have to deal with sexism, everything, homophobia, everybody, every day we should be unpacking that. Every minute that we feel it tinge up. But nobody wanted to unpack it. Nobody wanted to be intersectional. Nobody wanted to take a moment and go, why do I feel these feelings? Why are these here? Why, when a black man steps into an elevator, do I feel that I have to hold my purse? Right? That's something that we don't think about. Or, oh, I see a woman with a hijab. How do I feel? Right. Mm-hmm. You know? Instead, these people went, he's saying that and I like it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to, instead of going, I need to fix this, they went, I believe this. Yeah. And I don't want to, I love my privilege so much that I don't want to change it.
I don't want to give it up.
I believe it was a New Yorker cartoon. There was these sheep in the field, and there's a banner, and it's a wolf dressed in a suit. And he says, and it says, I will eat you. And one of the sheep says, I like him. He tells it like it is.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said this last night as well. That's what, cause my boyfriend and I were just yelling at each other back and forth, cause we just couldn't believe it. And I went, her likability kept coming up. It was all about her likability, which is, she lost because she was a woman. Flat out.
Oh my God.
There's no doubt in my mind, because her likability, if she was a man, it would have made her just like demeanor and her way of just holding herself and how she handles things. If she was a man, people would have been like, oh, I love it. And his dislikability, why people, if that's a word, why people didn't like him, they were like, he's kooky.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so crazy.
Oh my God.
Like it helped
guy.
him.
Yeah.
But she lost purely because people hate women.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
They don't want a woman.
I literally screamed that out loud yesterday, like when the polls were coming in. I was like, America hates women. It just hates.
They can't stand
women.
us.
Is it, I know you're in New York and you know how New York voted, but is it tough to pass men now, period?
I mean, I was thinking about this earlier. I said, how, like, everybody's just going to be on high alert for, like, there's this sense of like, okay, now I just have to keep watching where I go at all times. Yeah. Like, does this mean that men are going to feel this like right to just approach and do whatever the fuck they want? Exactly. Or like, is this going to be like,
we already feel like we get catcalled.
Exactly.
We already feel, I really never speak. I don't speak I'm not like Miss whatever. I'm not ashamed of this, but I don't care anymore. I was raped in college, and I'm literally, and I sat there last night and I went, okay, there's all these marginalized groups. There's all these and I went, wait, sexual violence survived. People who've been through that now have a president who's a rapist. Yeah. I get eaters, and this was 8 years ago, and I can get triggered in an instant. Sure. I can be crying. When Bill Cosby, that article came out in New York, I was stood in my kitchen crying 8 years ago. And it was relatively, I mean, I'm not going to go into everything that happened, but it was relatively, you can go into varying degrees of how horrible your rape was. It could be a rape hierarchy here. You know what I mean? We can be talking about that. But I'm sitting there going, if you have not been in that position, you want to, like, I call my life post-rape and pre-rape. Sure. Like, that's my life. So I'm going, okay, I'm looking, and now my president, my commander-in-chief is a person that is a rapist. Yeah. And I sat there and I went, I never speak out. I speak out sometimes politically, but I've never said this on social media. And I went, hey, my fellow sexual violence survivors, I'm here for you, because we're going to be re-triggered re-triggered over and over again.
Right. Every single freaking day that you're in America.
Every single day. Yeah. And people do not understand. I don't care. Women can feel like if they've been assaulted or they've been walking down the street, that it is because power was taken away. You do not get, I don't care. You don't get it. Unless you have been in those varying situations,
for sure,
where your power, man, woman, whatever.
Yeah, it's true.
So it was so sick to me.
Right? Is women for Trump the most disgusting?
For me, because I'm Latina women for Trump for me is just my aunt who raised me voted for him.
Big sections in Florida, I saw. Right?
Oh my God, and it's just because not only now, like, I'm going to look at the person that is in charge of our country and be like, oh, fucking sexual assault, just looking at my face every single time. But like, also, I don't know when you're going to decide, oh, we don't want your family in this country anymore, so peace out. Like, most of my family are now naturalized citizens. Like, my all my aunts and uncles came from Nicaragua and like moved to San Francisco and built a life and created and like had kids there and everything. And now what if one day he's just like, let's take away those sweet passports of yours or green cards or whatever you have and just like, go fuck yourself.
Exactly.
So there's this like, ay, Dios mío.
It's the same way. I feel similar, and I've always felt this way, which is because I grew up with this very big Jewish identity where we were always like, look out for each other. Like if when Bernie Madoff happened, we were all like, God, motherfucker, like you ruined it. Like just, you know, and Jews I feel similar. Like it's for women who vote for Trump. A white woman, a Christian white woman, as a Jewish white woman, I can see the disconnect from a Christian white woman because I never felt like a white woman with that privilege. I am a white woman with privilege. Not going to say that I'm not, but I've had this layer of always looking behind my back.
Sure.
I pass. No one knows I'm Jewish. I pass all the time.
Right.
But I just say it all the time.
Yeah.
But I'm always
I didn't know.
I'm Jewish. Yeah. No.
I really wish Libby would say ahead of time about my co-host,
No.
but you're here.
Yeah, I'm here. I've entered. But, you know, it's one of those things where like, I am not the white Christian woman, so I don't necessarily relate to that white Christian woman ideal. But Jewish people, and I have friends, family, whatever, who voted for them, they can disconnect I was raised going, you have to have Jewish kids because of the Holocaust. Yeah. Literally, I was like, you know, at like 6, I was like, well, we got to add those numbers, girl. Like, you know what I mean? Right. And now they're like voting for Trump because for some reason, they think that he's going to protect us in one way and they'll get rid of all the the horrible anti-Semitic nightmare of a campaign that he ran. And we get comfortable, white Jews, in our whiteness. And until we're not.
Sure.
Until we're not. And let me tell you something, that campaign was not. They just smeared us. We are not. I wrote another, I was like blowing up last night on my tweets, but I literally was like, Jewish Trump supporters think they're invited to the party until they realize they're asked to do the taxes and leave. Like that's what they're there to do.
Yeah, sure.
Like stop pretending that you're there. He has a Jewish, I'm not going to say that conversion isn't real. Like his daughter is Jewish, but no, his supporters don't give a fuck about you.
No.
Do you guys want to do today some post-vote banking?
Sure.
Let's
do it. Sorry. We're going to go. Hello. I can't stop. Girl, I can't stop.
Did you see that when Trump gave his acceptance speech? He said, and I'd like to give a shout out to the Secret Service, the SS baby. That's
what he...
It's crazy, right?
No, he didn't say that. I don't know. No. I never know because I didn't watch it. And when I've been here and you've said stuff like that, I was like, Keith, he said that?
Is it true, Keith?
Is it true, Keith?
What is?
But also, that's Donald Trump. If he said that, I would have been like, right.
Yeah, I honestly was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
He said it. Yep.
Sure.
So last night I ran out to the local taco truck, started stocking up.
Good call.
Oh yeah,
those are going to be the first to go, right?
My cousin Gabriela has a shirt that says a taco truck in every corner. And I recently was in San Francisco and we went out to lunch and she got so many compliments, just like people being like, hey, dope shirt. Yeah. Hey, I like your sweet shirt. And she's like, oh, bitch, I know. I got it for that reason.
Do you guys have Trump supporters in your family?
Yes, I do.
How tough is that? They're still family, I suppose.
Yeah, it's really hard to, especially because it's like Latinos like to look at your elder, like you're trained. Your elders are respeta. You have to respect your abuelitas and your aunts and your uncles and everybody. You have to respect.
Right.
So when you're basically like your mom is sending out forwards that are like, I read this. It's this great piece about how Donald Trump is like the best.
That she didn't read.
That she didn't read. And that the rest of us read and are like, oh my God, this is an absolute nightmare. And then her kids send her back like they're like genteel emails. Like, hey, how about you take a look at what he said this week?
Exactly.
It's just here's a gentle reminder that maybe he's an absolute fucking kraken from the sea, but it's still like I don't want to offend you or start a fire in your pants or whatever. But it's hard to see and listen.
Go ahead.
No, I think it's one of those things where it was really funny. I actually was like in touch with the Hillary Clinton campaign for a little bit, and they wanted something with my bubby.
Oh my!
Or they were wondering about my bubby, and they were like,
my bubby is
my grandmother.
Okay.
And me and Jesse did a video with her, and I think that I think maybe they're looking for, and I was like, that's not the bubby that you're looking for. Like in my head, I was like, I can't say that. Like I don't want anyone to know, but like she's not. I told her this, and I was like, it's not the bubby. Like it just isn't the. I wish it was the bubby. I wish it was, but it would never be the bubby. And it's just like to have that feeling of like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
It's just like it feels like a weight.
Yeah.
It feels like just such a weight. I don't know. That also.
Newsy is saying, what about the Green and Independent Party? Are we allowed to be mad at the dickheads who voted that way? It was such a small percentage, though. I don't think it would have affected things.
There were some states, though, that you were like, Gary Johnson, get the fuck out of here with your 2%. Like, literally, if that 2% could have gone to Clinton, like, we wouldn't be in this situation.
I kept saying that, and my boyfriend kept saying, like, it would have never went to her. And that's what I kept. So I was like trying to remember that it wouldn't. But then I also was like, I still think like a protest vote, just not in this one. Yeah. And I kept saying stuff like, I don't want a 2-party system either,
Right.
Sure.
But also like, it's not the time. It's like not the time to throw the duck in the air.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have like, how are you feeling about the protest?
Yeah, I get it because in general, I think the whole voting system is ridiculous. So if you think you are making a difference, then go ahead, throw somebody a couple bucks is how you think it's going to work out. Also do some research on how it works. Nobody
if they
knows.
really believed it,
Right. But yeah, when you see, Jill Stein, she's not even going to show up on your TV. What are you doing?
Her name was right underneath, and I think it was CNN. They had like it was Trump, Clinton, Gary fucking Johnson, and then they wouldn't even scroll down to look over and
like
see what Jill Stein. Yeah, not just like the top of her, like it just looked like a line. I'm all Jill Stein. What are you even fucking doing here? They don't care about you.
No.
I do.
It's horrible.
Mayron Kagani brought up the point that, Billy Bush is going to strut back onto the Today Show, dragging Hoda and Kathy Lee behind them by their pussies.
Oh my God.
But also, you know what? The jokes are coming, and I can't stop them. And we all need to.
It's going to be. Here's the thing, though. I thought about this. I was like, the political satire that's going to come out of Saturday Night Live and like all these places.
Oh, they are fighting over who's going to play Trump's boy right now.
Oh my God. Like whoever gets stuck. I mean, if Antamina gets that gig, bless his heart, it will be beautiful. Right. But like.
Only good thing to come out of it then.
I mean, come on. But.
Well, who's the great, who's the Trump, what do you call it? Impersonator right now. Good for him, right?
Well, that's
Anthony Antamanik.
Yeah, he's so good.
Oh my God, Rolling Stone wrote a whole thing on him. Like, this is the best guy for the job.
I wouldn't be surprised if SNL picks him up.
I mean,
they should.
They're idiots if they don't.
And if that would at least be like for anyone in like at least the UCB community, because he was a teacher there and he did a lot of stuff. That would be like it would be like a grain in the sand.
Yeah.
I'm just like, and he's not like, I don't want this.
Yeah.
But like, it'd be like a little grain in the sand of like, at least this.
Just a touch of hope. Just a sprinkle.
Just a sprinkle.
A delight.
He's got to walk around going, yeah, what a shame, right, guys?
I know, like, twiddling his fingers, waiting for the phone to ring.
Oh my God.
He's looking through Home and Garden. What a shame.
Like, oh my goodness. This estate is beautiful. I mean, just going to fold this page down.
Just kidding. Sorry, everyone.
What if you think about it this way? Every bad thing that Trump has said, he later said that he never said it. So why be so scared, right? He never said it. We'll be fine. But I mean, don't quote me. I never said it.
Yeah.
True. I never said it. My biggest fear is actually Mike Pence.
Sure. Oh my God.
Because I think Trump's going to impeach himself. And I think Pence is going to take over. And if I
that's
miscarry a baby and have to give it a funeral, I'm going to, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Like and I always said this about about Pence. Homeboy was like reincarnate of like the Third Reich.
Yeah.
Homeboy's walking with like a little, like hail, he looks like a wax figure who was like taken out of Joseph Mengele's like freaking, trunk.
Right.
I just like can't with him. Like,
yeah,
he's too white for anybody's good.
Totally.
You know?
Like he is creamed corn.
Yeah,
like,
he is.
For real.
And he said, I'm not white enough. I have to dye my hair white.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just like staring at you like, I'm going to bring Jesus upon your uterus. And it's just like,
Oh my God.
guess who I don't care about? Jesus. I mean, like, this is like, like if every time they brought it up in debate, I was like, irrelevant to me.
Yeah. Who cares about Jesus?
Literally irrelevant to me.
Do you think a president ever picks a vice president that's horrible because they know they won't get shot?
Ooh.
Like when you have McCain that you think has a couple pebbles in his head and he's with Sarah Palin. Is there a strategy there?
Oh, that was the woman vote.
I mean,
He was going for the woman vote and
that failed
failed
miserably.
I was like last night, I was like, me and my boyfriend were like, we miss Mitt Romney. Like that homeboy like tied a dog to his roof of a car. And I'm like, what happened to good old Mitt?
Wait, he tied a
He
dog.
tied his family dog to the roof of his car.
On a trip.
Can't. That's the most upsetting thing I've ever heard as a dog walker.
And he's like, yeah, what do you...
Eileen like, that's not how you walk dogs, by the way.
Listen, guy, you got to put a harness around their little bodies.
Such pussies nowadays. They're dogs. They go
God.
outside, right? You know what? That makes me think of this on our forums. This person, his name is My Sweaty Balls.
Perfect.
He said, you guys were complaining about Hillary Duff dressing up as a pilgrim while the boyfriend dressed up as an Indian for Halloween.
Yes.
And he says, I don't get it. At Halloween, you're meant to dress as things that are scary. Ghosts, goblins, literal cannibals on fire. Hillary gets dressed up as a historical mass murder and her boyfriend is a victim and everyone is offended. Clint Eastwood was right about this generation. Meaning, of course, a bunch of pussies.
Well, congratulations to you for having older viewers.
Right.
Older listeners. I want to say that right away.
Right.
Well,
Not
congratulations.
even like we didn't explain it for 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Is it offensive if somebody was dressed as Cosby and their partner as a victim? Probably not. I mean, unless you're a pussy.
Oh, God. It's just so
How about Hitler and a
horrible.
Jew? Just a little joke.
Oh my God.
But do you understand that sweaty balls who probably has 3 grandchildren is
Yeah.
playing Cats right now? He's the reason he's here.
Right.
Why we're here.
Yeah.
With Trump. Thank you. Thank you to Sweaty Balls.
Thank you, Sweaty Balls. We are so grateful for your contribution to our country.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to have health insurance next year, but please again, keep commenting.
My uterus might just be like a baby making machine by 2 years from now.
yeah.
And
People are literally like, get an IUD.
yeah, I saw that today on Facebook.
But I'm also like, there's some people who can't handle birth control.
There's also people that just don't date people. So I mean, like,
Exactly.
like that. So that's kind of like I'm not worried. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing solid. My Tinder is silent. So like I'm chilling on that IUD
You didn't get
situation.
this woman, Trump.
Yeah, suck it, Trump. I'm single as fuck.
Somebody was already aborting on my right swipe.
Exactly.
Doesn't even matter.
Oh man.
Let me say something fun. Since we're talking about sex.
Okay.
I want to tell you how to get more.
Yeah.
Okay? AdamandEve.com wants to give you more with 10 free gifts. Here's what they're going to give you. They're going to give you a sexy surprise for her, a specially selected toy for him, and a third, a little something you both will enjoy. In a lesbian relationship, I won't tell them. Use all the toys. Fuck them.
Fuck 'em.
Plus, you get 6 full-length adult movies on DVD. Well, what's the 10th free gift? Free shipping.
Wow.
You're like, oh, you're going to give me all these bonus items. Just charge me $2,000 handling? No.
No way, dude.
They just want you to get hard. Go to adamandeve.com and select any one item. It could be an adventurous new toy, sexy piece of lingerie, or anything you desire. Enter offer code KATG at checkout. That's it. Get 10 free gifts.
Wow.
Go check out adamandeve.com today. Select one item. Get 10 free gifts, including free shipping when you enter offer code KATG. That's KATG at adamandeve.com.
Like how many full feature films?
You get 6. So if you buy, let's say you buy one DVD at their low price.
Yeah.
You're getting
That's crazy.
7 DVDs
Now,
and a toy for
we should-
him,
and you
her,
know what?
them.
We should be buying porn. All of us.
I
If
was
we're
gonna
watch
say,
it, we
like,
should be buying it. Right?
what's who's got like a solid like DVD collection of just like boner jams 2006? Like
Everyone who voted
yeah,
for Trump has boner jams 2006
Yeah.
specifically. The
That's-
great year of
that
2006.
good year.
So yeah, you got to get that birth control before January, it seems.
Yes.
Well, it's infuriating as well.
Viagra's going to be free though. That's the
Oh
good
yeah,
news.
Oof. It's gonna be popping them. You're gonna get them at a
like
a
literally
candy
at the
machine.
bodegas. You just be like, hey, can I
The
get
cat's gonna just give you a Viagra.
It's at the. It's one of those new machines at the movie theater. It's like, oh, you know what? Half my cup, I'll take Skittles. I'll take a couple Cialis. I'll take and a couple M&Ms.
Oh my God.
Shit! I got the plain M&Ms.
What's killing me though is that she won the popular vote, and that's what's killing me. But I love you, Hillary, and I'm sorry.
So sorry, Hill.
I have to say that on public forum.
So it turns out this is some college, this electoral college. So in December they end up voting. Is anybody talking that there's a chance this doesn't go through? No, right?
I mean,
No.
I mean, I think it's gonna go through.
Yeah.
I mean,
How could it not?
are they really going to be like, well, so the people chose, and let's just say, fuck it, let's do. I mean, that's not.
You know how they already think it's bullshit?
Yeah, I know. But in reality, real question though, he's up for a bunch of trials, right? Like
Yeah.
I mean, I think his rape trial was did the 13-year-old girl, which these are words coming out of my mouth about a president.
Right.
But did the 13-year-old girl who accused him of rape throw out
No.
literally she got
the 28th of this month.
I thought it was thrown. I thought she said no, and then said she's not doing it. I don't know. But then he's also on trial for Trump University.
Right.
I know.
Okay.
See, because I remember a few months ago, I don't even know, where they're like, oh, remember how in November and December this guy's going to go for child rape and for Trump University. But so far recently, I've only seen the Trump University court case. So I don't know.
But you know, to be fair, that's a horrible trauma to go through. You know, whatever this woman wanted to do. But the fact that there was even a rape case against him and multiple, we were up to 11 women at the third debate came out for sexual assault against him. P.S.
P.S.
Don't get that on a fucking shirt.
Yeah.
Well, let's maybe what if he decides not to pardon himself? That'd be pretty novel.
Every
right?
pardon's going to him. He's like, pardon or whatever. I can't do. I'm not that good at it.
You pardon.
You pardon.
You pardon.
And he's looking in the mirror.
Listen, you huge. I can't do it. You pardon.
What makes me also what made me sick and almost cry was the fact that wonderful President Obama and Michelle Obama have to hand over everything to this man and inaugurate him or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like all of Obama's legacy, what he fought for, what they pushed on him as a black man, what they didn't let him do, this horrible gridlock, and now he has to be like, here. Also tell Omarosa you know what I mean? Like tell this person, like you were on Celebrity Apprentice, like tell Cyndi Lauper I said hi. Right. Like what is this? Like this is a freaking nightmare. It's a nightmare.
Was Cyndi Lauper? She was on
it, right? That was really going back in the dome.
I know Joan Rivers.
R.I.P. And she was losing her shit.
Yeah.
So was there never that tape that The Apprentice had of him saying the N-word? Because some rich person would have paid that, fee to spill the beans, no matter who signed what.
Yeah.
I bet you there's a tape. I bet you there's a tape deck.
Right.
Yeah.
A record disc.
Totally.
He came out of that womb saying the N-word.
Yeah. Straight up.
There's like a recording of him.
Yeah. Just spank that bottom
in his
and
baby
then
book.
just N-word.
Yeah.
Eileen, you were raised in Brazil. You going back?
The last time I went back was about I think over 15 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. My dad still lives down there with my stepmom, and
You must be so hairy down there then, right? You haven't been there in a while?
I mean, it's I just got it.
Oh God, that took me a second.
Thank
though.
you.
And I was like, Harry, yes, it has had some political unrest recently, but it's been, pretty chill.
There we go.
But if we're being honest, yes, I'm pretty natural downstairs right now, just because
It's your heritage.
it's my heritage, my people.
And you know what, Trump, we're here.
Yeah, we're here, we're Harry,
And that's it.
That's how it's gonna roll.
You guys do great waxes. You have great nuts.
They do.
Underrated.
I enjoy 2 or 3 until I'm like, okay, I've had enough Brazil nuts. I can't. If you're going to give me a can of mixed nuts, I'm going to eat 2 or 3 and then almonds, cashews.
She thought it out.
Yeah. If you got macadamias in there, I'm going ham.
Oh yeah.
Yo, I love a macadamia.
Do you speak Brazilian?
Portuguese.
Okay.
I do.
How many languages do you speak, Eileen?
Portuguese, Spanish, English. I took 5 semesters of French. If you put me in France, I could get around, like, and ask where the bathroom is or what, give me a glass of water. But, like, it's pretty floppy. And
in France, what's your version of Rosa? Like, Rosa is in La Bibliothèque.
I guess it would be like, like I already put a French accent, like Jean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably Jean or, I feel like Maurice is a solid, like, French learning book name.
I also was like, wow, you took 5 years of French. Why? And then I was like, oh, because you already know Spanish. Like, that was the option. So it was like either French. I think we could only take Spanish at some point. So it was like.
Well, you know, it's funny because when I was living in Nicaragua, I didn't take Spanish. I took French instead. And in my American school, you had the choice to be like, okay, Spanish or French. Yeah. And I was like, I'm gonna take French. Suckers.
I'm in Nicaragua. Yeah. Guess what?
I speak it every day.
Yeah, I'm good.
Aileen was once with members of her family. Tell me if I have this right. And speaking of waxing, and you're with your 14-year-old cousin, and your family's saying to your cousin, you have to be clean down there. You have to shave. 14. You have to shave. They took their pants down and showed the 14-year-old cousin, we're all clean. You just make sure you're not going to get a man, I assume, right?
Yeah, that was the reason to show.
Eileen's a little more progressive and felt that she had to lower her panties a little bit to go, look, you don't have to.
You don't.
But then the cousin knew you're not dating.
Yeah. I don't know about that time. She's in college now, and she's like this sweet, progressive, young girl, like really into fashion and really smart. And
it's funny how you're curious now. She's shaved, I'd be curious.
I'd be like, girl, I support her to like do whatever she wants with her body, right. But I don't know. I feel like probably my family was too influential.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
It was very weird.
It was a moment.
It was a moment. We were all very drunk. It was at a baptism. Like, it was a party, a post-baptism party.
They get wild.
And you don't even know, dude. You don't even know.
You're saved now. Let's get stupid. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And it was all the women sitting together in a living room, and we were just like, and then one of the girls, the youngest, like, she was 19 or 20. She was just like, my pussy has no hair on it. And I was like, oh God, there are literally so many children just running around right now. And then she's like, you ain't gonna get a man if you have hair on your pussy. And I was like, oh God, this is bad. And so
the priest comes in.
And I know. And my little niece is still in like her christening dress and stuff like that. But I was like, Ellie, this is not the norm. Like, you could do whatever you want with your body. And I was wearing Spanx, and I had to roll down my fucking Spanx to show them my fucking pubic hair.
I love that. Yeah. You're the best. I love it. I love it so much. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Oh man.
Go ahead.
No, I haven't shaved my armpits in like 2 weeks, and I'm obsessed with it.
I'm pretty fluffy right now. When winter comes around, I like to make it like a thing where I'm like, okay, well, I'm not showing my armpits. Like, even if I was, I mean, my legs right now are just sprouting, beginning. And last year, it was the same thing. When I shaved my legs, finally, it was around, I'm going to say ends of April.
Right.
It was like, it took me legit. A solid 15 minutes to get through. And I just go up to my knee. I'm not trying to fucking do the whole leg. And that was...
Who's got time for it?
Okay.
I don't got time for no time.
Do you find like, what was that great documentary, Bridget Jones's Diary, that the men seem to come around when you don't clean up? And you're like, oh, I'm wearing the ugly panties, that kind of thing.
No, they just don't show up at all for me.
Your mom passed away, right?
Correct.
Sorry to hear that.
That's all right.
Sorry to hear that. And then your dad, how long does it take before your dad gets a new girlfriend?
So my mom died February of 1996, 20 years this year, which hit me like a fucking ton of bricks. And then she passed away in San Francisco. And then I go back to Brazil to where my dad is in May, ends of May. And there's a new lady there. And I was like, oh, what's the deal, bro?
Yeah.
Like,
that's like 2-3 months, right?
Yeah. It was like 2-3 months. And I didn't know she was his lady until like 4 months after that. Because I thought she was...
The maid?
The maid.
Wow.
not even the maid, my nanny, because we were on the phone, and my dad was like, "I found someone to take care of you." Was the phrase he used.
Well,
it's burned. It's like literally burned into my brain.
That's a little misleading.
And I was
misleading.
I was 13 at the time.
I found someone to take care of you, and at night we're gonna make noise.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was funny because when we got to the apartment that I had lived in most of my life in Brasilia, like her stuff's everywhere. There's pictures of her kids from her previous marriage. And I was like, what? I guess my dad is just being a good dude. Like
to her.
Yeah.
She's letting her put the pictures up.
I mean, sure. And she was living there, and we had 3 bedrooms. So it was my parents' bedroom, my bedroom, and like a guest bedroom. And in the guest bedroom, we had like a little twin bed, and that's where most of her stuff was. So I assumed that was her room.
Yeah.
And it didn't, like, I was so naive running around like, my mom just died. I'm back in Brazil. This feels great. My dad is, and then I'm just not understanding. And then one day we lived in an apartment building, and there was we had a little veranda that my dad used to sit at every Sunday and have like tea and read and stuff. And I would go downstairs and always wave, be like, "Hi, Dad," and he'd wave. And then one day I went to wave, and I saw that she had come out to talk to him, and they were talking. And then I see her lean down and kissed him on the mouth. And I ran. I literally was like, it was like slow motion, but so fast at the same time.
Back into the house.
Yeah. I ran back into the house, and I didn't even go to him. I went straight to her, to whatever room she was in. And I was like, "You're fired. You're fired. You're fucking fired. Get out of my fucking house. This is my fucking house." And she was like, "No.
Oh my
You're
God.
fired.
You don't understand. You're fired."
Paid.
Yeah. And so I was like, "No, fuck you. And I go to my dad, and I was like, "Hey, Dad, you gotta fire this fucking bitch. Fire her. What's she doing fucking making out with you? Fucking fire her." And he's like, No, Aileen, you don't understand. You don't understand. And I was like, and it all like clicked.
Right.
And then from that day on, I was like, well, I'm burning this place to the ground.
Oh,
like I was a bad kid after it all made sense.
Yeah, that's hard to take.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Like, not even a head.
Yeah.
I mean, Jock. I mean, what are you
Come
doing?
on, Jock Clark, figure it out, bro.
Is that your stepmom now, or is that a different?
She's still the lady. And like, now that I'm 33 years old, this happened when I was freaking like 13, 14.
Yeah.
He sounds Scottish. What's she?
She's Brazilian.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And now that I'm 33, like we have definitely a better relationship. She's not my favorite human. She likes to really comment on my weight and all this other fucking bullshit since I was 13 and 14. So, and now her thing with me is asking when I'm getting married and having babies. Oh, and she keeps being like, "Your dad wants grandkids. Your dad wants grandkids." And then in February, just now, my dad and I hung out by ourselves, and which is rare. And he made a comment where he said,
"I don't want grandkids."
No, he was like, "I like that you're a single person. Like, I like that you should stay single as long as possible." Which in turn made me feel like, yo, was this not cool with you? Like having this sweet face running around? But hearing him say like, you do you, take your time, really was like, even if she keeps saying like, have babies, whatever, I'm never going to listen to her. Yeah. But having him say, "What's your life? He's always been so good about, even though he's not good with emotions and he's kind of like a standoffish, but really supportive dad." It's a very odd mix, but he's never given me like said, "You should live your life this way or do things this way," which is really refreshing and like rare these days to have
and it's important.
And he's
probably,
old
right?
as balls, dude. Yeah. You'd think an old Scottish guy would be like, "Do as I say, Christ Almighty." But no, he's just like, "Live your life."
I love
do
when you go
you.
into an accent.
I can't.
She's so good at
my
them.
sweet baby boy.
I love it,
baby.
Wow, I didn't know that story. That's nuts.
Yeah,
It's not so.
not so.
Going back real quick, keepmegirl.com/forums. This person, Griff, is saying this episode is great. Thanks, everyone. It's helping a lot. But I'll bum you out right now. Nana brings up a point. The black president is giving his job to a KKK-supported man. Lovely.
Today I saw on Facebook 4 different people shared a picture of this woman that tweeted. She was in her car and she was driving and she took a picture of a bridge where 5 to 6 KKK fully dressed people were just walking today,
Yeah.
this morning, just la
That's
la
it.
la 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 la.
They're all gonna come. They're coming out, and the
They
thing
didn't
is,
even wait till January.
Yeah,
No,
pump your brakes, bro.
They're
Pump
like,
your brakes.
You got 70 days.
Yeah.
But this is, and I've seen a lot of people of color on Twitter are like, this is what we've been like. This is what we've been. Now you guys, come on. This is what we've been saying. And it's true. Like everyone's in their own freaking bubble and they don't know. They can't. Again, this is what I saw coming up a lot. But intersectionality and all of our things. Everything's connected.
What does that mean?
And it means that class has been connected to racism. It's connected.
Right.
We have to be aware, especially in feminism, right? This is the issue of white women made these votes, but in feminism, we're not aware. We think that our experiences, white women's experiences are everyone's experiences, but women of color have very different experiences. And I think what we're, with everything that's been happening with all the unrest in terms of all the police shootings of unarmed, people of color, it's like, this is all now, it's like a period on that for a little bit. It's a little like, we really don't care about you.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
there's video of everything and we really don't. Now we're going to put in a KKK supported person. Not only do we not, this is what you get for just trying to walk down the street and live your life.
Yeah.
It's horrific. It's horrible. It's disgusting. It's deplorable. Everyone should be ashamed. We're an international embarrassment. How you doing, England? How you doing at Brexit? You loving it? Having your cup of tea?
Yeah. Some scones.
A lot of them can't go to their own jobs. They fired themselves. We were
It's
just saying this the other day.
horrible.
Oh, I didn't look it up. I can't go to my job in
Oh
another
my
country.
God.
And those countries are right next to each other.
Yeah.
There's,
Yeah.
there's states to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So horrible. It's just so horrible. It's just, I can't imagine.
I saw a meme and I liked it. What can I say? Check.
Sometimes I thought about this when I was younger. It's like the United States is so vast and it's so big and we want to govern the whole thing. And, even, there's so many bigger issues in Israel and all these smaller countries, but like the UK is minuscule compared to the United States. And that's what's going on. And it's like all the pundits last night were like, we're a nation divided. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
We're massive and we're all have massively different experiences.
Yes.
And the people that have elected him are not integrated. They're just not, literally, they're not integrated.
Yeah.
We grew up listening, you have to be tolerant. No. Tolerant was never a word that should have been used. Tolerance means I'll tolerate this foot pain until I go to the doctor.
Sure.
Tolerance should have never been used. We need to accept and love. That's what should have been used. You need to love.
Yes.
Not just accept.
No.
Like you'll accept your stepmom. You know what I'm saying? Not just accept.
I don't love her yet.
You know what I'm saying? But you need to, it's like, we need to love these differences. We
Yeah.
don't need to tolerate them.
Yeah.
Right.
And in all of these places that made these choices, that really made these choices, it's not like they don't have black people in their community. They don't have a gay person in their community. They don't have a Jewish person, whatever, a woman, obviously.
Yeah.
But, they're everywhere. But they're sitting there and they're like, well, Jim's okay. Gay Jim is okay. But gay people can't get married.
Yeah.
It's like there's a disconnect
Yeah.
Yeah.
there.
Like, how can you not put Gay Pete in the circle of maybe a million other Gay Pete's?
Exactly.
Like, you can't, he's cool to like bring over to dinner and like chill with, but you know what? I'm not cool with everything
Yeah.
else you're doing, like in your bedroom and shit. So everybody else in your club can go fuck themselves.
Oh, yeah. I've had close people that have said they've hated Jews and then go, but we like Tracy. It's like, well, you know what? Thanks for the acceptance.
Yeah, Tracy gets it.
Right. It's like, what? I don't need it then. You
Yeah.
know, like I can go, I'm sorry guys, I can't.
Breathe in.
I can't.
And
I had a stomach virus, so I couldn't drink or eat anything. that entire last night. I was eating saltines with grape jelly. So I just feel also slighted.
I mean, grape jelly is honestly the worst of all the
yeah.
jellies. So I feel for you.
Yeah. Jam was too rough on my bod.
Here's coming through feedback. Welcome to the megalomaniac batshit. Oh, nothing's going to change President's Club USA. Love Venezuela, Cuba, Brazil, Argentina, Nicaragua, Honduras.
2 of the countries that I've lived in. Yeah, it's a nightmare.
But like Joanna said, Venezuela is what's going on in Venezuela now is horrific.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. It's so scary. Nicaragua and Venezuela are like super pals too. And we just reelected Daniel Ortega, who is just a fucking dictator, crazy human.
Can you just name stuff for a while? This is fun.
Isn't it so good?
His wife, Rosario Murillo, ran as vice president with him. They both won. In the Constitution, in the Nicaraguan Constitution, you're not supposed to marry or run with like family members. And they changed the Constitution. Daniel Ortega changed it so that Rosario Murillo could run with him. And they basically ran unopposed. There was like 2 fucking randos that were like, I want to be president. And you think anybody fucking voted for them?
God.
No. And Daniel Ortega is basically like the other thing they changed in the Constitution, where basically he can just stay president until the day he fucking dies. And when he does, Rosario Murillo, who is a monster human, like ignores the fact that her daughter was sexually abused by Daniel Ortega when she was 11. I mean, it's just...
So now you're getting angry at 2 countries, and you can only do one at a time, girl.
It's hard. It's really hard.
Don't take on.
Really hard.
Don't take on. You gotta like flip flop.
You guys are lucky that I don't really understand what's going on in Brazil too, because Brazil was just also a shit show.
And your daddy's there, and that's
my
tough.
dad is there, and he's just like, I'm an expat, and they're not gonna do anything to me. And I'm like, cool, Dad. Why don't you just keep living in front of the fucking ocean like a fucking king, which he does.
If you want to know more about Aileen Clark, read her diary. Other things you can do. Follow her Twitter account, @Aileen Lilhands.
Yep.
AILEENLILHANDZ. That means you have a small penis, right?
My penis is really tiny.
It's like her hands are literally, it's insane.
Although here's the thing though, like I once saw my dad's penis and it was a nightmare. It was really big, and I was like, if I was a boy, I would probably have a huge penis too.
Wow.
It was a nightmare.
See, what it was is somebody just had a baptism, you see. And there's a 12-year-old boy around.
Yeah.
Go to theflama.com. Those are videos that she appears in.
Yeah.
All right. She wrote and starred the one-person show, How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Lost My Virginity. It was part of the 2011 New York City Fringe Festival. Yeah. Very nice. You'll put it out there. You don't mind.
Yeah, no. There
cares?
it is.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
And of course, she'll walk your dog.
I'll walk the hell out of your dog.
Everyone hire Aileen to be the number. But don't let her walk my dogs. Thanks.
Don't overwhelm me with dogs.
Go to my website, check out my Google Calendar, and if I didn't take her for those days or need her for those days,
then go for it.
Next Tuesday.
Tracy Soren. The website is Tracy, TRACY Soren, SOREN.com. If you want to see other times she was on Keith and the Girl, go to keithandthegirl.com/Tracy Soren, and it's all there. And of course, she's a member of the team Soren and Jollis.
Mm-hmm.
Such a good team.
Thank you.
And if we're all around, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.